Hi guys, okay, so this is a video to just answer all of your questions. I'm sorry I cannot answer everything in just one video, so I will try to post more videos. And if I skip any of your questions, again, I apologize, but I'm just going to go through my list of questions here and answer what I can at the moment. Um, and also, I apologize for looking like crap. It's about like 4:10 in the morning and I just got back, so it's pretty late, and I swear I'm not drunk. I don't drink. Okay, question number one. Was I afraid to come out? No. Why would I be afraid to come out about something like this? Well, obviously, I was afraid to come out only for three different reasons. I come from a culture that this is not easily accepted. I lived in a country, lived in Middle East for most of my life, where this is not something that's normal. And I was raised strict Catholic, so I had three little things that were against me, which made me very uncomfortable to come out about, which it gave me a lot of reasons to think and rethink about this. So yes, I was afraid to come out for obvious reasons. I won't say it was very bad reasons, but I won't say like I kind of feared dying or something, but I feared, I don't know whether I would have been that strong enough. I know probably I might have had bullies, or I would have had, I don't know, I would have had a lot of crap to deal with where I was. And I was in high school, and being a teenager, you deal with enough as it is. Like, I didn't need this extra thing to deal with. I was like, I'll just come out at my own time. So I definitely was afraid to come out. Did my family give me a hard time? Yes, they did. Not so much my dad. When I went, I kind of like went in parts. I thought I would attack. I thought I would like tell my immediate family first, and then move to my extended family, and then move to my friends. So I kind of went to the easiest person in my immediate family, which is my dad, because he always has this phrase that he lives by. He says that it's your life and it's your decision. What you want to do is pretty much all about you. So I went and told him first, and he I won't say he accepted it right away, but he definitely was helpful. He researched a lot of information for me, and he knew what a big change this was, what a big decision it was, and he respected me for it. And he knew it wasn't just something that's psychological, it's also something that's physical. It's a very big thing, and you have to definitely research a lot about it. So we researched about that, and then the second person I went and attacked was my mom. And I think I could have done a better job, because I think it freaked her out the way I went and told her. I just like laid it all out flat, and so she's sitting and watching TV, right? So I go to her, I'm like, Mom, I need to talk to you. And she's like, go ahead. And I was like, I think I'm a boy, I feel like a boy, I want to be a boy. And she goes, what? No, 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 no. Okay, so that was her reaction. And I was like, okay, you need to absorb this, take it in, and we'll talk about it later. And then I go and speak to my sister, which I think is the easiest person to talk to, only because she was in a different country. I could just like type it all out to her. I don't need to like have this awkward face-to-face conversation. I'm sorry, I move my hands so much, but I didn't have to have like this awkward like face-to-face thing, right? So I typed to her, and I'm not gonna get into her reaction of what was said, but let's just say it wasn't the nicest thing. It wasn't what I expected, and it was very difficult. So it was pretty much like a no from her too. And I was like, okay, like whatever. This is like my thing. This is my deal. So I'm just gonna do it. And yeah, so I like majority of my immediate family did give me a hard time, and it was because of that I couldn't go ahead and tell anyone else, because I was like, I just had the reaction that if this is what I'm getting now, can you imagine if I like just go out and just say it, just announce it, like what's going to happen. So there was a lot of things to worry about and think about, and I don't think I was in a place that I should have like come out at that time. If yes, what was said? I'm sorry, I'm not going to get into details about what was said. Like I said, they were harsh, and I think that they are something that should be left in the past. And I would like to add on that my mom and my sister are the absolute most wonderful people in this world. They are the ones that support me the most, and I understand where they come from, because it's very difficult to ask somebody to think outside the box, right? So I was raised to think just like inside the little box. So like I understand where they come from, but you are who you are. You can't change that. Did you love a girl? Yes, I loved a girl, and it was my first love. It was when I was 16, and it wasn't easy. It took us 2 years to get into a relationship, because there was a lot to figure out. So, and she came from like a more difficult background than I did, and I think she was more confused. Like I knew where I was, she was more confused about where she was and how to deal with it. And yeah, it just, but yes, I did love a girl for a very long time. And at that point I was like, I knew it was love. And then when I started getting older, and I just started thinking like, you know, was I really love? Like I'm 16 years old, was I really love? And now that I'm 24, I know that that was love. And I knew that being 16, I knew exactly what love was. What was it like to be with her? It was absolutely wonderful to be with her. She is the most loving person in this world. She's very kind. We're not together anymore, but we still keep in touch. We're best friends, and it's very nice to have somebody like that in your life that you once upon a time loved so much, and you still love that person that much, but it's just in a different way. So it's always like, you know, like there's somebody that's going to be there, and we were best friends before we even got into a relationship. So I'm very happy that we haven't lost that friendship at all. And she's still like the wonderful person that she always was, and I think she's always going to be that person, and I still love her for who she is. Do you wish you never came out? No, I never wish that I never came out. I am very glad that I did come out. I feel so comfortable to be myself. I will feel more comfortable once my change does start taking place. But until then, I'm very happy that I can be in, like I can be honest with myself. I think one of the worst things was trying to lie to everyone and try to, I never lied to myself. I knew who exactly I was, but it was just so hard trying to lie to people that I cared about, trying to lie to people that I love, trying to pretend, and knowing that I'm just living in this lying world. And I dislike lies, dramas, and mean people. I like dislike those three things. So, and I was being one of them. So I kind of like, I didn't like myself for some time, but I'm over it now. I am who I am. So no, I never wish I never came out. I'm glad. Like I did get like a couple of people like talking behind my back. Oh my god, this is so funny. I should tell you about this. You'll meet people like this in your life if you're kind of like me. So my dad and me go for the similar job, right? And so I'm just looking at the time. My dad and me go for like the similar job, and it's for the same position. And there were a lot of people there, so I get one person to interview me, and my dad gets another person to interview them. And I literally, okay, this is me. Okay, I get up. I'm like, hi, how are you? And I sit down, and he's like, he looks at my application, and then he looks at me, and then he's like, oh, we don't have any positions right now. So I was like, okay, but why would you put an advertisement in the newspaper, you know, asking you need so many people for a job, and then not have the position for the job, right? It doesn't make any sense to me. So I was like, okay, thank you so much for your time. And I get up and I'm looking at my dad. Okay, my dad's with this other guy, and my dad's just like talking so much, and the other guy's talking so much. I'm like, what the hell are they talking about? Like, there's no position there. So they're talking so much. My dad comes out and he's like, oh, there was this position, there's this position, there's this position, there's this time, blah 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 blah. He gave me all the information. I was like, really, like really, really? Is that what they told you? I was like, okay. So I pretty much met a homophobe. That was for sure. So you get people like that, and I did have some of the people that I did come out to. They like I know like they would be nice to my face, and then behind my back they would talk about me, and it's so funny. They thought like I didn't know that, but I did know that. And you'll get like the occasional people that you know will be haters to your face, and it's fine. It's their decision. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I just think like it's uncalled for trying to be mean. Like I said, like I dislike mean people. It doesn't matter who you're mean to. It's just like being mean is just something like that's uncalled for, right? So, but like I said, like they have their opinion. I respect that, and so yeah, like you like I meet people like that, but like I just brush them off because they're not worth it. Like I don't even know these people personally. Like why would I don't care that much. So, oh, that's like a thing I want to state. Like, I don't care what people think. For a longest time, my mom thought that this was probably um, a phase thing. She's like, you just want to be a boy because you're with a girl and you want to be treated as normal, you know, whatever normal is. And I was like, I started thinking about it. I was like, is that why I'm changing? And then I was like, no, no one's that insane to go through such a big change with their body and go through. There are a lot of risks with these changes. P.S. You can't see this. FYI, I recommend anyone that's going through something like this, definitely get all your research done. Definitely know all the information. There are a lot of risks involved, and I think it's something that everybody should know about before they go in for this. That's why it's very important that you get analyzed by psychologists, and I've already completed that. So yay me. But yeah, definitely get analyzed for something like that. You need to be prepared for everything, not just the good parts, but the bad parts that come with it too. So yeah, so I was like, when I was thinking about it, I was like, I'm not stupid to go through like so much of like whatever, like lose a lot of money, lose a lot of like energy, like go through the risk, go through like operations, blah blah blah, for just to be accepted as normal. I was like, that is like, to me that doesn't make sense. Only because like I don't care about what people think, right? So it didn't make sense to me to go through that. And yeah, I was like, it's not a phase. My mom kept saying like, well, you were like a girl. You used to wear matching clips. You'd always choose matching dresses, and she would give me all these reasons. And I was like, well, obviously I'm going to choose dresses, because if I go to a closet and all you have in there is dresses for me, what am I going to do? Like go naked outside? Obviously not, right? So yeah. I mean, sorry, I just keep looking at the time. I don't want the time to end. Yeah. So like, I don't know whether they got shocked when I told them that I wanted to be a boy, that I was becoming a trans man. I don't know if they were shocked, because like I was a tomboy for the longest time. Like I always wanted guns. I hated anything girly. Like my whole personality is a guy's personality. So I don't know like how they would get shocked about it, but I just guess that they weren't exposed to something like this, so they just never thought it would happen to them. And I totally just lost my breath saying that sentence. Okay. And yeah, I mean, and I did attempt to be a girl. I did attempt to be a girl for some time. When I was 14, my mom's silver anniversary was coming up, and she's like, you're going to be one of those, not a bridesmaid. I don't know, one of those girls that wear girls' dresses, whatever, like my sister, pretty much. So, so she was like, please, like, just grow your hair, blah 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 blah. So I was like, oh, fine. I was like, I will try it out just to prove my point to you. So I tried being a girl for 2 years. From the age of 14 to 16, I went girl shopping. I got all girl clothes. I got heels. I grew my hair like pretty long, and I was, yeah, I was attempting to be a girl. And few days into it, I was like, oh my god, what was I thinking? Why did I do this? And I was just like, mom, like think about your mom. You're doing this for your mom, mom. Obviously, I love my mom so much. So I did that, and when her silver anniversary got done, I was like, I need to get rid of this. But like, how did I go from like, how do I go now? People are like seeing me as like finally like their wish and their dream came true, right? I was being a girl, and so like, how do I go from like being like this girly girl into this like this pretty much what I am right now. So I kind of like did it at intervals. I didn't want to shock anyone, so like the heels came out right away. My dressing kind of changed from like girly girl to like kind of girly to like tomboyish to like boyish. And my hair, like I would cut it like intervals. My hair was so long, it was like right up to my ass. Okay, so I had to like cut it like at intervals, like slowly, and got that shorter. And it was the best decision I ever made, because I proved to my mom it wasn't a phase. And when the girl and I broke up, I was like, I'm still doing this thing. So it wasn't because of a girl. It wasn't a phase. I attempted being a girl for you. I was like, this is exactly not who I am. I was like, I cannot be anyone just to please somebody else. It comes down to like, it's my life. It's how, if everyone has the right to live their life, why shouldn't I? So why should I live it for somebody else? And yeah, so I try different things, like I try to prove what that theory was, that it was all wrong, what they were thinking. And yeah, next question, can you give any advice on related topics? My advice would just be to be yourself, be who you feel you are, never try to be anyone to make somebody else happy. You're just going to be living in a fake world, and it's just going to be a bunch of lies that keep building up and building up. And if you're a person that dislikes lies, you're just going to start hating yourself for it, and you won't know how to recover from it. So I would advise, yeah, to just be yourself no matter what. You can be gay, bi, straight, lesbian, transgender. Like, even if you're a straight person, like if you're a jerk, be a jerk, so that people know what to expect from you. And those that stick around with you, in spite of you being a jerk, those people are true and real to you. Like, you don't have fake people around you. And it's just so important to just be yourself. And if it's very hard to be yourself, try to like show it at times. Like, I didn't reveal my entire self completely at once, right? Because I knew that it was very difficult. I had to like do it slowly and slowly. So there was a lot of lying with me, but eventually, like, I've come to a point where I just found that like it was useless. I had to do it for like legal reasons. Like I was like worried that I would be arrested or deported or stoned on the street or whatever, you know. And I was in high school. I don't want to risk my studies. My studies were important to me too. So I had like a lot of like laws and like legal things. But if you don't have all of that holding you back, like definitely come out as soon as possible. Or with anything in your life, definitely just try to be honest to yourself, because if you're not true to yourself, nobody else will be true to you, and you will never know who are the true people in your life. So that's the best advice that I can give regarding related topics. I don't know what else I can talk about. I don't know whether I should do more questions or just end this video and just do, something else. I just want to add on that after I went to my immediate family, I didn't go to my extended family only because I saw the reaction of majority of my immediate family, and I was just like, like I don't think I could have handled it all. So I kind of like went to my friends and I told my absolute best friend in grade 6, which I'm very happy about that I told her. I got so much of love and support, and she kind of like gave me the idea that it's okay to talk about it, it's okay to be yourself. And I just want to say thank you, and it's her birthday today, so happy birthday. I'm trying not to take any names, but some of you would have already guessed who she is. But we've been best friends since I was in grade 6, and we're still best friends now. And it's just, yeah, she helped me a lot. Like, she doesn't know what a huge impact she has in my life, but I just want to say thank you. You did have a huge impact. You made me feel like it was okay to be myself, no matter like how difficult the time was. And it was because of you that I actually was able to trust other people, only because you showed me that I could trust you. And so yeah, and then I started to tell other of my friends, and a lot of my friends know the real story about what's going on with me, but I cannot really talk about that right now. I'm not that open about it, but I'm telling you guys like the best that I can. So yeah, the reaction to my friends went good, and when it comes to my immediate family, I just kind of like, I haven't exactly gone to everyone yet. I don't know how my grandmothers are gonna take it, and my aunts and uncles. I think my cousins will be okay because they're in the same generation as me, but yeah, I guess they're all in different countries, so it's also like it's kind of something that I want to do like face to face. At the same time, like I don't want to do it face to face. So I really don't know how to come out. Like they all probably know about it now because like my Facebook has changed, everything has changed, but it's I don't know. I don't know how to like just bring it up. It's so awkward to just bring it up, and they won't bring it up, and I won't bring it up. So I don't know how we're gonna like talk about it. I guess soon my changes are just gonna start appearing. Like my voice is gonna get deeper, and I think it's just gonna come naturally. Like they start referring to me by my new name and start referring to me as he instead of a she. And I think it's just something that comes naturally as I change. I don't think we're gonna actually sit and talk about it like, okay, like now you have to call me this, and like now you have to like refer to me as this, and blah blah blah. Like I don't think it's gonna happen that way. I think it's just gonna all appear naturally. I would rather, I don't know whether I prefer it that way or not, but it would just seem easier if it was that way. And yeah, I guess I won't answer any more questions. I'll try to make like another video so I can talk about it. It's 4:30 in the morning. I'm just gonna go to bed right now, and yeah, I'm just gonna sleep. But I hope I do answer every one of your questions, and thank you so much for having the patience with me, and for all those that love and support me. Thank you very much, and keep smiling.